Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. In reality, I am that which provokes all this energy which is not owned by anybody, which is, in fact, there is no doer there. And it's perceived and it's owned when I, who rises, takes himself for something real. When I believes all the concepts given by the world, then he creates himself as an owner, as a doer. Otherwise, there is nothing like that. It is perceived and yet unreal by nature, because it comes, it goes, it changes shapes and intensity. So that's what the satsang tries to indicate. Remember that you are that, and that would be enough. But since we all made this mistake, which is an illusory belief that I am born, we have to somehow give space to that fact. We have first to hear it as an information, and then that, if it has some empty space in the brain, in the mind, it will work by itself. It's the worm in the apple. Because, you see, all comes from what you really are. So if you give space to even this idea, it has much more power than any other idea. It will make the job. So again, one has to be taken by the fire for freedom, the desire to know. And one will see with the journey, with the self-inquiry, what means knowledge, what it is. So it is brilliantly indicated by don't think. Because you see, if you think, you believe you are a thinker. And if you believe you are a thinker, you believe you are a doer, a whatever, a person. Don't think, don't go into that movement to realize what you already are. The thinking is the expression of yourself, and it is meant to discover the universe. Let it be micro-universe or mega-universe, I don't know how you say it. It is not at all to know yourself prior to a personality. So if you can simply hear that, what's the problem? Why are you still searching who you are? And I would like to hear if you still search. Why you search? What is your argument in yourself? What is your platform that you land on? That makes you search. Often I hear, I know all this, but it's intellectual. Don't you think that, but it's intellectual is also a thought? So why do you catch it? Only to keep that thought makes it intellectual. If you don't catch that thought, what's the problem? Diane.
So, what makes me identify with temple, with I, or with the body?
What makes
the identification? Like,
going into your mind?
What?
Going into the movement of the mind. Going into any movement.
But why do I move?
Because you think it's the way. You think it's the way to realize yourself. So you have to hear it, you have to click at some point. It can never be through the mind. It can never be through the mind. The mind anyway is unreal by nature, it comes and goes. It cannot produce this everlasting nature which I call my real self. That has to be more than clear, it has to be an enlightening fact. So whenever you would go to your mind, if you click to that, you naturally know, it is for this and that, for the bird. But you will never touch it if it concerns the realization of the self.
But is it not a confusion? Is it not what comes first, like experiencing the self and getting familiar with who I really am?
No.
And then abandoning the mind?
Oh, no.
Or abandoning the mind and then getting familiar with the self?
First, don't touch your mind. And then you will know. Then the self reveals itself. It doesn't need the mind to be revealed. It's a self-revelation. It is not a thoughtful revelation. It's a self-revelation. So don't go into your mind. That's why I try to express in many ways. And when it presents, because of course it's like a machine, non-stop machine, and on top of it, it has the characteristic to be infinite. It starts, it ends, but at infinitum also. So, if you are still searching who you are, why should you go there when you know that what I am will be a fact to me when I don't hook to a movement of the mind?
I'm not searching consciously. I find it when I'm not aware, the identification with I, with the body happens.
Yeah.
It is not conscious search.
Yeah. But you search, otherwise you would not have dedicated all those years to satsang. You search to end up something, probably to end up the search. Huh? You must search. Why should you be here? What made you come to a master? I mean, Papaji.
What I mean is like what makes me self after I experience the self. Like, I'm not talking about final realization when I'm not.
But you never experienced yourself. You speak of experiences, some states look like, but it is as illusory as anything else, because it comes and goes, so it belongs still to somebody. What is self-realization? Is when exactly the somebody doesn't interfere. And for that, you have not to enter into your mind, because what is mind? The first rising is I am. And then I am so and so. So you never experience the real self. There is nobody there. You have heard that 100 times, but it's such a truth that I have to tell. When there is someone, it is in this manifestation. So it is born and it's mortal. Yeah? But we speak we hear always, satsang insists, it is the words of the satsang is, what you really are is always there, prior to birth and death. So, what is it? What is it? What I am is not touched by birth and death. What is it? It is there when you don't give a chance to I to rise and ask, what is it? Otherwise, you go in the world, the temporary world of that person. Then you can never know something which is always there. You cannot.
This was the original question. How the arising of the I, what makes it arise and how to not how to finish it? You said when you don't let the I arise.
It's not like that. We have to finish with the concept that I am I. I will always arise till this body-mind is not dead. It will always arise. And why it rises, if there was no manifestation, we would not be there to speak of the self. It is inherent. It is inherent to the self. It expresses spontaneously itself. What was your question?
No, I get it. You're talking about the identification of the I, not the I.
Yeah, exactly. It is in yoga, who I think it is like that. I have two yogis here, they can tell me. They speak of the extinction of the desires of the I and all that. It's a state. To realize your real nature is not to change anything about that. What is there to that something rises or not, when you know the nature of it, when you know the nature of it, when you realize what you really are. So it's a concept which has to fade away, disappear. How? Don't catch a movement. Just, it can be in a jerk. As Papaji was speaking, a split second, because in language, I don't know, we can make it shorter than a split second. It is enough to see that I'm still there when everything else I don't catch. But then it will not be somebody who speaks like that. It will be a self-revelation. That never goes, it was never gone and was never lost and never absent. That is always there. The only thing, it cannot be objectified. And when it objectifies itself, this is the manifestation. But you see, when we are born, first of all, maybe that's a concept, but I will go further. It's a desire or an attachment which makes one born. It's an attachment which is born. It is a desire which is born. You see? So Wait, I wanted to say something. When it's sometimes it's difficult to, it will come. Very difficult to describe, but it can be. Yeah. And what is a desire? What is an attachment? It is someone. It is someone. So of course that someone who is born is very busy to fulfill what he is born. So he will be busy with his life. Now, if the desire, unfulfilled desire to realize the self makes you born, then it will be this life, maybe now, that it will be done. To discover that all this was a great fantasy. The creation of the self, but I'm not the creation. I was never a creation. I am that. Huh? So what stops you to not to take your concepts? Or what stops you not to objectify even that, oh, I think I am such and such. It's a thought. You don't need to give a value to that. It's a passing thought. If you don't give value to that, it leaves you, and you will realize that this is played upon you. It appears upon you. It disappears upon you, and that you is that which is always there. I don't know if I am clear. if not, you can ask me.
I would like to say something.
Yeah.
It's because of love.
You give a reason to the creation.
Because of love. It's the first movement.
Ah, yes, you can say so.
And there's a nice poem of
Okay.
in this book. It's signed by him.
Well, I think I know the book.
Yeah, it's given to Judith. It's given to Judith, and I got it one day. Yeah, does not matter. It's a long story. I'd like to share.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Papaji will share with us.
Yes, yes, sure.
We hear.
It's
we
because
love that.
of love. So, love itself speaks through every pore of your body. You need not open your mouth. There is no word for love. What you can speak about and what you can experience is not love. All thought and speech is philosophy, not love. For everything else, you need to work. There are sadhanas and paths and ways, but there is no path to love. There is no center which will teach you love. Bones will melt in true love, let alone mind and ego. Nothing is in true love. So long only for your own self, and you will be that. Taking time is just postponement and interest in something else. Love is the spontaneous indweller, I think it's the right pronunciation, I'm not sure, of your heart.
Yeah, this is beautiful. What to say?
And this is a little gift for you.
It is a gift from me?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
It's my masterpiece.
Your masterpiece?
Yes.
You do something?
Yes, some things. I mean, I have several paintings at home. You can choose one. But this is my masterpiece. But maybe nobody should see it.
Okay.
You know, because not everybody knows that.
Okay. We'll have to bring a secret at home.
Yes.
You see, I speak very little of love because it is too, the word is too banalized. But of course, what Papaji says is absolutely uncomparable. But I saw too many on this path, playing with limited love in the name of that love. So I dropped the subject. Let Papaji speak about love. Especially spiritual love is the most misleading experience and state. And I will repeat up to the end of my breath that it is not it. No smile will do, no appearance, and yet it's love. Nothing? You are quiet or?
Not so quiet?
No. But you come, it's good.
Yeah. No, what I see is more and more is the tendency to go into the mind. I see it.
Yeah, you see it.
I see
yeah,
it.
Great.
And
yeah, great.
I also see the frustration from it.
Of course. So at some point you will love not to go there.
Yeah.
But you see, I don't ask you to have a life without going to your mind. Dial, I hope you understood that. I didn't mean that. No, but it can be conceptualized that way. It's just, you see, what is satsang? It is not a recipe for life. It is just to try to root out a root which is never there. But we believe so much that belief makes it like rooted, to root out that self-realization will be through the mind. So to have just a split second, totally freed, that's why it's called freedom in words, just to allow the self to reveal itself. And then habits may come back, but then they are seen then. And then what? I mean, why to become a doer to try to transform things? It's like that. But at least you don't confuse anymore yourself for the mind. Very good.
Yeah, I see the habit that the mind wants to get involved all the time. You know?
Yeah. He loves that.
He wants it.
Yeah.
I want it.
But he may like, at some point he will be your friend. He may like also to simply keep quiet also. So that you can give a split second to yourself.
And the frustration is purely the mind being frustrated with itself. That's all it is, all it can be.
This is the mind, that's why we search. We get so frustrated in the end that we want something else. Yeah. Then it becomes urgent to find someone who will help us. Yeah, it's like that. Only then, otherwise, we will continue endlessly.
Can I ask, and the frustration and the dislike is useful in a way. It's
yeah, when you start self-inquiry and to be attracted or to trust that there is something else than all what you can know, it helps, because then your mind gets less crowded. Some dispassion is there, some less interest in a few things. It helps. It means there is more emptiness.
Yeah.
So that helps, sure. It helps to have counter thought, opposite thoughts, thoughts which go back to the source. Oh, it's also the mind. Mind it will be, but at least this will. This is to be a serious seeker. You see, to start to love more the thoughts which leads you to from where they come, and then you get attracted, more attracted.
Can you talk to me about that? Because when I hear you say from where the thoughts come,
who has the thought? Who? Because we always forget that. Who has the thought?
I has it.
I. And you hear in satsang that this I, the thought looks so real because I is not questioned. It is real, of course. I am born, but one speaks only of the body and the mind when he says that. And so if you inquire, but who am I? You see, having replied I with the self-inquiry, you have to know that you speak only of your body-mind. So if after that you ask, but who is this I? Who am I in reality? And you dive with the question where it fades away, there you have to keep quiet. That's the source of the mind, which expresses itself first with I. Like that. Yeah.
If I see something what is always repeating itself,
Yeah.
and it's appearing situations,
Yeah.
situations. It's a lot of situations in my life. It's the same.
Yeah. We repeat the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask that it will be the same forever.
Oh no. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But even you see, even if it looks the same, who is there to really give importance to that? That is the point. Now it's important to you, but if you are not confusing yourself with the one for whom it is important, then what? Hmm?
Yeah. Just it's not easy for
No, for a person. What is easy, tell me? Some moments. But what is easy? Already one cries when he is born. I don't think anybody. Papaji was telling that he read in the paper that a child said, "Oh no, not again." And I don't think there is any record of, "Oh, chouette, once more." I don't think there is.
Yeah, but I have a lot of imagination about it. Can be very nice. Yeah.
You say that afterwards. A seeker is when one is fed up. If he still says it's very nice, he has still to taste a lot of things, which is okay. I mean, we all pass through that anyway. But I just tell. A seeker is exhausted and is fed up and frustrated, and some reason he doesn't see much of pleasure, even though they are there in this life. It's enough. He has to solve this. He has to solve this, and that's why it's quite rare. Also, not 100 people like that will be dying to solve that.
Yeah. So it's good if I feel upset in the beach.
Upset on the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, if you're upset, I would be very happy. Ah, she's upset. She has to solve that. Yes, I will take it very highly. But it's all right. Everybody does what he wants. You know, it's just that what I say, it's for those who also need help. I want to know what's real. Otherwise, not worth to live. They also need help, no? I will give you an exercise.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Any repetition, know that it's the past.
Yeah.
So you don't go there. As soon as you are aware of it, don't go there. Fast. Take this. Have guts to not to go there.
Yeah, I read.
Huh?
I read this in Papaji's book about it.
I say the same. Wait.
Thank you.
But do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know that you are that, like Papaji, like Ramana, like the Buddhas? And if you don't know, it's because you go in your mind. No state of the mind will do. No state of the mind will do. Because it doesn't belong to anybody. It is not discovered by anybody.
just said about it's useful for the mind to become frustrated, you know, because it's used to it. And in the same way, when you looked at me 10 minutes ago,
what looked at you? Yeah?
my question was going to be, is it useful? I know the mind can't understand it, that, but it appreciates the wrong word. It's captivated by it as well. Like when,
sure. Sure, but this is the paradox of the seeker. It's still going on, maybe getting frustrated, and then because of that he hears, of course, happiness or peace or love is at the source, not in the mind. And then it is the disappearing mind which loves it, not the constructive mind.
Yeah.
So that way, if I can say so. And why it loves it? Because that will speak more than the mind. The mind, you see, you always hear about surrender, the surrender of the mind. So what does it mean? It means the mind which goes back to its source. So is less powerful as a value, as a reality. So it gives space more to your own self, and then some peace, some happiness is experienced, is felt by the surrendered mind. It was your question?
Question.
Maybe. No question.
Yeah, just the mind's like fascinated and intrigued with it, with this.
Yeah,
so
but also it can be like the pride to finally understand the subject and to master the subject. It can be that too, you know.
I think because it can't understand it.
No, it can't.
And it can't explain it. Then it increases that fascination and that intrigue for it.
Yeah, I will do it better than others. Try. I will never get enlightened. And of course you would love, the supreme subject. You love to own that, to experience that. You see, you have to be clearer and clearer that it is not by feeding I. Let it be with, okay, no more worldly, let's say, curiosity, but now you have this spiritual, or not, let's not even name it, we don't know what it is, curiosity. But then you feed I. You see, that this is what we always forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is not about what I will swallow. It is about rooting out I. And you cannot root out I in feeding it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Pretty tricky, isn't it? Because I loves it at the same time. I's getting like, oh, this is great. I's getting.
Yeah, because he's proud. He will master the universe. He will get that knowledge. Wow.
So is this another paradox in that I can be inflated by it, but in the same way, it's I dying to some extent.
Yeah, but if he is inflated by knowledge, he will never die. So it's one thing or another.
Yeah.
There is no paradox there.
Okay.
It's one thing or another.
It doesn't inflate and pop then.
No! Wait, it will pop in more arrogance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Not in disappearance.
No, okay.
No. No, that you can be sure. The supreme knowledge owned by I will make it more arrogant. Yeah. It will not result to, as you said. Yeah. Very good you expressed that. No.
In the same way that I wants to be pure love,
Pure love.
the I tries to become pure love.
Yeah, but maybe you speak of pure love because I fades away and you speak of pure love. Why do you attribute that to I? But I wants to know everything. He wants to be the best lover, the best, even in the sublime way, the best knower, the best bliss, and the best peace. I wants all. And he starts his search to attain that. But then, if he continues to come to satsang, he will more and more see that all this will be there, is already there, when I is no more there as a value. Yeah. Otherwise it will be like a plastic rose. Who likes the plastic? Yeah? Clear? No paradox? Okay, sure.
When you spoke about the appearing of this disappearing before, is it possible that I could feel a little bizarre?
Oh, you can feel everything. You can feel everything. If you listen to your mind, if you give importance to that, again you are gone in the manifestation. The body can react in so many ways, you know, and emotions, and because it loses its ses repères. I don't know you say.
Yes.
References. It loses its references, and that will be very different reactions of the body and mind, or the emotions, according to everyone. Yeah. Bizarre. Not sure. But don't give up importance to any experience. Yeah. Even to the disappearance, because there was never an appearance as reality. So really, you have here to be very uncompromising. Then you're free from illusions.
Ganga.
Yeah.
Did I hear properly?
Probably yes.
The worm in the apple will do the job.
Yeah. Don't kill the worm. Yeah.
But you say don't attribute it to the I.
Sorry?
When you say don't attribute this to the I,
Yeah.
it's like flip and everything that I was, and it can be seen totally different.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm very happy. The carpet is removed. Something more? Diane.